Hello, Michael Mandaville here from Creative Explorer, and the question here today that I had from somebody was, how do I like to write scripts? Well, if we go over here, you'll see that I use Screenwriter, and there's two programs, Screenwriter and Final Draft, which are really the main programs here for screenwriting. There's other ones, but um, most people use Final Draft. And I think it's pretty much the industry standard in terms of spacing. That means when you actually finish with the project and print it out, that you'll go through Final Draft. It has slightly different spatial arrangements, it seems. Um, but in Screenwriter, I think they have a very robust outline program, and it basically starts right over here, where you can see that you can actually add an outline element and build according to outline, scenes, notes, bookmarks. And what I really like about it is when I'm starting a script, I actually will go in and put in um, the opening or inciting incident. Then I will put in Act 1, and this depends on one's preference, 2A, Act 2B, Act 3, and then I put in the climax, and then I put in the resolution. Now, it's a pretty simplified process here, and there's certainly many, many ways that people attack a screenwriting idea. There's a number of theorists and story screenwriter teachers, a lot of different, from Lajos Egri to Sid Fields to a number of other ones. So depends on what method you like to use, but this is the most familiar to me, and this is the one I start up in. And then depending on where I will go with this, let's save it here as an example. So we'll just kind of save it right over here to Creative Explorer videos. That's probably where a good place to go since I'm making a video. And one thing interesting is that in doing so, I'm able to actually just start anywhere I want in this outline. So, for example, at one point I had an idea of a project where I did start with the inciting incident. Actually, it's closer to Act 1, I would say, because it's essentially takes place in Casablanca, Morocco. So I'm able to actually go here and build up an outline and an idea and see how it kind of works a little. So this is no longer an act, and I just go up here and I can put in a sequence. So it changes the color, and I can start building the sequence that I want. So the protagonist is identified by bad guys. Of course, they're bad guys. And as a result, I'm able to come up with a number of little pieces of the puzzle here that allow me to build some idea quickly. And it allows me to actually take that idea and flesh it out to go, does it have any legs? That's one of the questions I'm going to ask. Is it spurring enough creativity and enthusiasm on my part to continue? Sometimes people get ideas and I think they push those ideas, but they don't necessarily translate into something one wants to finish. But then you get involved with the idea and you think you have to finish when it may not actually have the legs or the enthusiasm to carry you forward. So in a certain sense, I think that Screenwriter in this outlining process helps me come to a why in the road here to decide whether or not do I let it sit in the idea bin for a while, or am I going to pursue it? And I have a number of these that I've fleshed out some ideas, but they didn't actually pick up and become scripts. So anyways, you're able to actually add plot points, scenes, headings, shots, beats. So you can drill down pretty good here. And if I were coming to a plot point, I could actually just put a plot point in here. It'll change color. So if I have a sequence, and I'll just call this KGB Embassy, and underneath it I could put in a plot point. KGB discovers our protagonist. So that's just one way to kind of flesh something out and get a good idea of the potential of the script for me. All right, so that's enough for the video right now, and there'll be part 2 coming up at some point. Thank you.